Hello, this is Melody Lynn, and welcome back to my channel, or if you haven't been here before, welcome to my channel. I haven't posted anything in quite a while, and I thought I would do a playthrough of one of my favorite games, the Talos Principle. I love this game. I love the philosophy of it. I love the puzzles. I've always said I love games that have a philosophy behind them, and this one most definitely does. So we are going to dig into this game and see how it goes, and I hope you enjoy. Here we go. I've played it multiple times, so you're going to see that. We're going to start a new game though. Initializing firmware functional, loading child program parameters, system check passed, starting child process ready. Here we go. I won't do a ton of commentary, but I will do some. We're in this beautiful garden.
You are risen from the dust, and you walk in my garden. Hear now my voice, and know that I am your maker, and I am called Elohim. Seek me in my temple, if you are worthy.
Very religious overtones. It's not a religious necessarily game, but there are religious overtones, as you can hear. And this garden is just gorgeous. The graphics are gorgeous in this game, I think. Just beautiful. Just wandering around looking at things, mostly headless statues. Not sure why they are headless. There are QR codes you can find throughout the game. That's one that I left in a previous game. If anyone reads this, meet me at the top of the tower. And this is a blocker. We can't get through that, but if we block it, we can. But the purple ones, we can go through. They're like the gateways to the next puzzle. That guy we don't like, we're going to block him, because if we don't, he'll kill us and send us back to the beginning. So there we go. We're getting a second blocker so we can retrieve the first. And then we have to block the death rays up here. That's what I call them anyway. The death rays. We're going to take this with us. As you'll find out, we're going to need it in the future. Another QR code. I don't know where I am, but there is something beautiful about this place I will explore and discover.
All across this land, I have created trials for you to overcome. And within each I have hidden a sigil. It is your purpose to seek these sigils, for thus you will serve the generations to come and attain eternal life.
As long as these are in the line of sight, they'll block whatever they're pointing at. So we're going to use that to block that so we can get this second one. It's something we don't need to do, but it's something I do just because I can. Even the music in this is so relaxing, although some of the games will raise your blood pressure because they're not easy. Some of the puzzles. I find myself in a world of impossible architecture and inexplicable machines. I cannot fathom how it works, and I am terrified to put one foot in front of the other, lest I fall through the floor. One with faith. Okay, we continue on through here, and it's a purple screen. Behind it is a yellow, whatever shape that is, upside down cross, peephole this is called, and you can see that won't come through the purple screen, and that one won't go through the other purple screen, so we're going to use it to block this entrance so that we can get this one out. And we have 2 balls here we need to block. I really like to use this one to block that back one. Doesn't matter, it's just what I do. And then we block that one. And now we're free to walk through here and get our first sigil. Those shapes are what is called the sigils, and they're used for their own separate puzzle. There we go. Easy peasy.
You will not need this sigil to open the gate to my temple, but it may serve you in times to come.
And we'll move on to the next garden, which has a backwards green L. We can use that through the purple thing to block the death ray thing down there, which will help with this puzzle immensely. You don't have to do it. You can do it without that. It's set up to do it without it. But it's just a cool thing to use that one on the outside through the purple thing. We need to go get another blocker. And there we've already blocked the death ray using the other one on the outside, on the other side of the
shapes
purple
you are
gate.
collecting are not mere toys. They are the sigils of our name. Each brings you closer to eternity.
The sigils of our name. It's just so pretty here. Okay, this is a gate we want to get through, but we don't have enough sigils for it yet, so we've got to find some more green ones to get through the gate, and here's 3 green ones in here. So for this puzzle, I don't have a good line of sight to block that death ray, so I'm just going to leave that there and come in here and use what's available inside this little section. There's the death ray, and there's a switch which leads to the death ray, but I have no way to get to it without running into the rays. So I'm going to grab a blocker, block the death ray, and now I can get to the switch that's going to turn it off. Now we can go safely through here, but we're taking this with us because there is one of those death balls right over here. So we're going to stop it, go through, and get our green sigil, the Z sigil. Now we have 2 of the 3.
Well done, child. Only one more sigil is needed.
The green ones are the easy ones. The yellow ones are a little bit harder. And then there's red ones that are even harder to figure out. So we're going to use this on the next door to help us. There's a death ray down here that we can block. There we go. I might as well show you, if we hadn't blocked it, we wouldn't be able to come down here. We still have a death ball blocking our way that we need to take care of. So we're going to grab this little guy, open the door, let him through, close the door, and now what you would normally do is use this to block that death ray, but I used the one outside just because. There he is, all trapped, can't get me. And we have the green L.
My temple awaits you, child. Go forth.
And we could if we wanted to, but I like to totally complete a section before I move on. It's just my way. So we're going to get the other sigils that we don't need just yet. Block that ball before we even get in here.
You do not need to collect all sigils at once. You are free to return to this place whenever you choose.
Yeah, but I don't want to return. There we go, we trapped him in there. And now we can go here and get our green sigil that we don't need yet, but we will need for something that's
You are most diligent. Perhaps this trait will serve you well in times to come.
Perhaps it will. Pick up our little friend. Lots of hidden secrets in this game, so you want to explore fully. I'm not going to show you all the secrets because and Easter eggs, because there's some not the best at platforming. Now there's something behind that gate that we want to get. As I was saying, I'm not the best at platforming, so some of them I just can't reach. A little switch hidden back here. That's why you explore everywhere, and it opens the gate. We can come through here, block that green barricade, and grab the star. You might see I already have some stars. They did a little, it was a phone app game before this game came out that you could play. Just putting sigils in the little Tetris things, and you got stars before you even started. So that's why I already have some stars. Okay, now we're ready to open the door. We have all of our sigils. We just need to fit them into the little space here. Like a little Tetris thing. Simple, simple. There were some QR codes there. I guess I won't read them. Then we have this computer terminal. I'm not going to read everything from this because it's a lot of reading. But we're going to try to access it first. Of course, it says type help, and that's the last thing I'm going to type. Because, you know, you want to see all your options. To get you nowhere. And then you have help. Now you have these. So we're going to look at the list. A lot to read. You can pause the video, read it yourself. I'm not going to read it because I'll lose my voice if I read all of that. And it's just plain time consuming. Excuse me. Okay, let's run our MLA, Milton Library Assistant. Do you understand what I'm saying? What was the first word of the last sentence you wrote? Testing the computer. Okay, describe your function. How old are the library archives? Again, if any of this moves too fast and you want to read it, just pause the video. You can read it. These computer terminals are not necessary for the game. They just add stories. Some of them do give you some information, though, that you will need. But mostly they add context. Who is Elohim? Elohim is the noun for God or gods in modern and ancient Hebrew. Sounds just like a computer. There is an achievement you can get for running through the game and not even touching a terminal. Except for the one or two that you need for clues. So they're really not necessary, but they add a fullness and a background to the game. We lost our little friend going through the purple barrier. Okay, back here it looks like we have another 2 sigils, a yellow L. Trio Bombasticus. We want to go through there and they're in our way. Look at how threatening they are. They sense my presence. Grab this little blocker. Get him on the other side. Him on the other side. Him on the other side. And now we can come down here. Block that. And there we have it. You learn the rules of how everything works as you go along. There's no explanation. You need to figure it out yourself.
Step
And we
into the
have
light, child, and my temple will be revealed to you.
not quite ready to step into the light because we have another sigil over here and we want to be complete. Poking a sleeping lion. Okay, we have a death ball over there that's being held by a blocker. If we take that blocker, we kill ourselves. And it kills us. We don't want to do that. So we're going to use this one to block that. So we can come around here. Get this one. We've got those angry guys up there. So we still can't get through the gate. So we're going to block that. Now we don't care if the ball goes because it's going to just go back and forth anyway. Open up that barrier. And there we have it. Okay, we have all of our sigils. We have our star. This section is complete. And I know that because of that sign right there. Shows me that we got all the sigils and the star. We're complete. We're ready to move on and step into the light. Scary stuff.
You walk now upon the stones of my temple, whence many gates lead. And know that I have other temples, for my garden is greater than your eye can encompass. And all these worlds I made for you.
Okay, we've got these little guys down here. We don't have all the sigils for that one. And one that looks like a block, we don't have any of the sigils for. So that's something we need to look for. We completed door 1 and it shows us once again that we did everything. And it's grayed out so we know it's done. There's door 2, door 3, door 4, door 5, door 6, door 7, and a blank wall that looks like we can't go through it. However, we can with a hidden teleporter. This area is just for fun. It's just one of those little hidden areas, one of many within the game. Nothing you can do here but run around and look at things. We have people here running around trying to do different things. I believe they are the developers of the game. They all have names. There's Mario. And wow, he's fast. Tom, who just doesn't want us to get a look at his face. There he is. He's just a fast little guy. And they're setting up these different things. There's Alan. Hello, Alan. And here we have a set of robots that look kind of like we do. There's Recording and Sansara and the Shepherd, all of who we're going to meet. Down here, headless statues, of course. Oh, they're playing at the terminal. Tony, Alan. We can't touch the terminal, though. In a way, they're kind of showing you future actions of the game and what different things will do. This is the kind of a game that you want to explore all corners because you'll find little hidden gems, Easter eggs, You just never know what you're going to find. Gonna pause for a minute here. I need something to do. Okay, sorry about that. We are back. All along here are these little sayings, signs. I'll let you read them. Nothing necessary to the game, but just some fun little things. To look at. Again, this is nothing that you have to do, nothing you have to memorize, nothing you have to really worry about. It's just for fun. This is kind of your breather before you go back to the Z sigils are evil. And there is no spoon. A little nod to the Matrix movie. Roaring at everything. They're kind of fun little things, and I don't know the history behind them. I suppose I could find out. I've never bothered to find out why, who wrote them. I'm a heavy trigger guy, and this is my trigger. Where there's smoke, they pinch back. Okay. Some more computer head guys, or I guess monitor head guys, doing their thing. Kind of showing how that little thing goes from the power source to the light. Look at that little tiny robot, Mini-Me. Nathan, Mini-Me, and there goes Nathan. He got himself trapped in there. Okay, let's go see what's behind here, and then we'll head back and see about doing other things. He's playing with blocks. which is one of those things that we have yet to open up there. We need to get the sigils for it so we have access to it. Okay, let's head back and see what else there is to do in the temple. We have a fenced off area that we can't get to. I'm gonna have to figure out how to open that up. And
there
then
are
we have
mysteries
this.
in my garden, hidden roads and secret gates. If you dedicate yourself to understanding them, you may join the host of messengers.
So that looks like a place where we can use our stars. But that comes much, much later. This little sign shows us we've completed Area 1 within Building A. As you can see, there are a lot to this game. We don't have enough to open the door, and we will do that in the next video. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you come back to watch the rest of the videos. This has been Melody Lynn. See you later.